Hello, this is a screencast of how to use Microsoft Excel to determine the rate graphs and the error bars using 3 different trials of pHs and our enzyme lab. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create an average for each of the times at 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, and at each of the different pHs. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and copy this. Then what I want to do is have the time. In this case, we'll place the time here, copy and paste it here. But what I want to do is for each minute, I'm going to go ahead and have a standard deviation. And then I'm going to have a standard error. And then I'm going to do the same for each of the next 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and just create a better graph. And I'm just going to go ahead and merge and do these. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste minute 2. And then I'll do the same across. All right, I'll be right back when it's all completed. Okay, so what I like to do is I've created now an equation where I have the average for 1 minute, a column for standard deviations, and then a column for standard error. Okay, so what I want to do is go ahead and do the same for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and all the way across. So here's what I'm going to do. In the minute section where I want the average, I'm going to hit equal. I then will write average. It's going to ask me which values do I want. And then I'm going to say I'm now looking for this column, comma, this box for 2 minutes, comma, and then this box, and then close parentheses. To do the standard deviation, I hit equal. Standard deviation with the population. Then I get my same numbers. So I'm going to do D3 and then L3. And then I'm going to go ahead and do D3. Close the parentheses. Finally, the error is going to be equal to the box before it, the standard deviation, divided by the square root. In this case 3, and hit enter. Now because the average is 0, of course everything here is going to be 0. All I have to do is now select and copy down, and then I get these values. I'm going to go up here and make them all into 0-point values. And then what I want to do is continue across, and I will finish up in just a second. Well, what I'm going to do is I've set the formulas. Again, you'll notice right up here the average of those 3 columns, the standard deviation in the 3 columns, the standard error taking the value of the standard deviation and divided. And then I'm going to highlight the columns that I want to copy, and I'm going to copy them down. Then I'm going to adjust them so that they're all 0.2s. I've created this data, and so it's not perfect, but it gives us a value. And what I'd like to do now is create the bar or the line graph showing how the rate of change for each of these. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to go ahead and select the 1 minute column. And what I want to do is create at 0, 2, and I'm going to insert a data point and create a chart. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I'm done. So it's really straightforward. You're going to go ahead and insert a chart, a scattergram. Your ribbon up here may be different under insert. However, the same idea is you just look for the charts, insert, and scatter. Okay, I'm doing it. Okay, so what I like to do is create now several line graphs, it's going to be a little bit tedious, but it works pretty much like this. I click on the graph that I have. I go to Select Data. I want to add a new series. It's going to call it PH3. It's going to ask you which values do I want. I'm going to want 1 minute here, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 4, comma, and then finally the last one here. And then I go ahead and say that's the ones I got. Oops. What I want to do, try that again. Hit add 3. The X values, do that better, would be this set. And the Y values would be this box, comma, this box, comma, this box, comma, this box, comma, and this box. And I'll say OK, and you'll notice, you'll see the pH for was right here. I'm going to go ahead and continue down doing the same thing. Again, watch, I hit add. I'm going to call this pH4. The X values are going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Y values in this case are going to be this, separate by a comma, 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 and comma. And now you'll see I have a new line. Okay, I'm going to come back and I'll help you with the error bars next. And so what I have is I've now completed adding all of the values. One minor syntax error. Okay, and now what I have here is a graph showing all the lines. And I can now change, just add the lines. And there's my rates of change based on those averages. Let's say, for example, I just wanted to look at just the 5-minute mark, and I wanted to create a bar graph using the pHs and just the 5-minute averages. So to do that, I highlight the column that I want to create, go to Insert. This time I'd like to do a column graph. And then in the column graph, I need to set and come here where it says Select Data. Click on Edit. It's going to say, what is the series value name? And I'm going to call this the 5-minute average. And then the horizontal or x-axis is going to be 2 through 11. I'll say OK, and you'll see it says 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here's my 5-minute. I'd like to click and make error bars. So to do that, I need to then click on the layout format here. If you have a newer version, it will say trend items over here. And I want to click on error bars, and I'm going to do more error bar options, and I'd like to hit custom, and it's going to specify a value, and it's going to say the positive value is going to be this values. Click that arrow button, click the negative, it's going to be the same column. Click here, say OK, and now I have added my error bars here. So this is how you go ahead and enter your error bars for your bar graphs. And since I have a lot of standard errors as 0, that will help us show us there is no error, but that will not be your case. I hope this has helped. It's probably going to have to watch this 2 or 3 times. If not, come in and see me and we'll see what we can do.